o ya o te mau tole ka kai o fonua ke whakakolo aki ai whetu taki ka mo se kau aki ko ngania o whakatu ka wala me ai aki o whakakolo aki mau tolu i he programa o e pungpungini mau kore ni a Sisu Christ ko mau whamu ui. Amen.
Nete whamaro o tōma monti tau te ata lotu lei. Kula whawhora kua tōma tau tōru pōngpōngpōni. Rei pe whakaate heni ki e CEO e mei te ki. Paula tōwa maro i whai mua welcome remarks. Maro? Maro?
Tau whakatai tape, e mak riko e tau hā, tau koe au sia ai aha whakewhia koe. Kei tuko mua e premier e waturo at te he, e nahi whatapu ko whakapatu. E ata mua ke watu mei he motuani, pa pepe ki e onga ate e ki ton premier, pa pepe minister o e petu taki, kot ngawe. Tata e fia feitona ka feito o minister no kailonga I koia I popomi ai teknologia fogo e ko au na ka fono I nga fitu taki ka satellite ka o e peto from ka hai ringo mai ofa na I to kon do to pe ho ko mai to mai ta koia ka me ni bonga fi pa pe tsunami ne hapo pe sango ali ko yo tau fi o tape lava ke ina sa tomani I teknologia fa publika I satellite tau ina sia I fa fi ko The Honourable Prime Minister, Ministers of the Crown Cabinet, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Communications, Reverend Philly Lilo, carriers, and also the guests for this morning's special occasion, marking the launching of this SpaceX satellite services here in Tonga for the first time. We are gathered here because people came to lend a hand in time of needs, to connect us to the rest of the world. We are also gathered here to celebrate technology, the best tool assisting us in our development journey. We are also gathered here to praise our God for the life and good things He has provided us, both in good and challenging times. So we look forward for a successful launching the Honourable Prime Minister. To our flag.
Alo fito normal aku waktu mas sudah kita kalau ada kita tahu kita takut fai si orang hati yang ini kau kami hidup sama model buat ini mai punya hati orang satu satu
tapi kalau apa tapu ki he työtoa ko tama pada mamoyo ko mo be mo ka fa ha te fa to ya ne dia ko ba la ni ko ri pe ko se na ya ki ko ni ko ka mo di ko ke vai ai internet ta to ni ko ni to ko di ya ta mi fo no ani ke kai ni fa ina ta ko ni His Majesty King Paul VI Queen Anastasia, and members of the royal family. Princess Regent, the Royal Highness, Talote Mafia Figoria Tuita, Prince Dada, the nobles of the realm. Honorable Boisday, Deputy Prime Minister, and Cabinet Ministers, diplomatic force, the media, ladies and gentlemen. Who could forget that fateful evening on the 15th of January, with the Tonga Hapai volcanic eruption and the resulting tsunami. Together we came through that unprecedented event and devastation. The ashfall from this cataclysmic underwater volcanic eruption affected 85% of our population. And the tsunami it created caused severe damages to a number of our people's houses, business premises, and public infrastructure in the coastal areas and small outlying islands, causing damages over 200 million baht, or about 20% of our GDP. 4 people sadly lost their lives, and certain island communities have been evacuated to the capital. The event also severely damaged and cut into pieces significant portions for our only submarine cable system, which had caused connectivity blackout for both international and domestic internet-based services, and cutting communication link with Tonga. As a result, Tonga was left with very limited communication services for very few satellite capacity that were available at the time, which include the missions here in Tonga, and I sincerely thank them for lending a hand at the times of need of the kingdom. The communication carriers scrambled to find additional satellite capacities and found certain satellite providers, including Pacific and USBNet. Few satellite phones were also available. While Tonga Cable Limited quickly arranged to fix and to restore the cable system, several offers and assistance from development partners, UN agencies, and donor agencies were pouring in with satellite link and capacity, which includes SpaceX and Starlink terminals, which we are launching today. It started from a simple letter from New Zealand MP Dr. Shane Reddy, addressed to Mr. Elon Musk 2 days after the eruption, seeking assistance for Starlink internet communications to the good people of Tonga at this moment of need. Mr. Musk responded and set up operation in Fiji and kindly donated about 50 VSAT terminals, providing free of charge capacities from this terminal during this emergency period until the cable system has been fully restored. It should be noted that we only managed to fix the international link from Tonga Tapu to Fiji, but not the link to Vava'u and Hawaii. As you are aware, SpaceX and Starlink is a global satellite broadband internet service provider company, originally from the United States, owned by prominent engineer Mr. Elon Musk. SpaceX and Starlink has the objective of achieving better than fiber speed for a VSAT terminal, with its latency goal of between 20 to 40 milliseconds. Receiving this is about half a meter diameter and does not have the traditional parts of a VSAT terminal like feed horn, block-up converter, and low noise block. It's a half a meter dish inbuilt with thousands of micro antennas that talk to a single modem with Wi-Fi and LAN capability connected through a single cable. This means self-deployment is required instead. There's no need for technical installation. These terminals will be strategically installed at all island groups from Tonga Tapu right after the 2 newest to provide fast and free of charge internet service and communication link. The people will enjoy quality of service from these terminals in what it seems to be the latest in satellite communications right here in the kingdom. It is rather paradoxical for a devastating volcanic eruption and a tsunami to bring to our shores the latest in satellite and communication technology. And on behalf of His Majesty's government, I thank all that have made today possible. To Dr. Reddy for bringing to the fore the dire needs of the kingdom, and particularly Mr. Elon Musk, who probably didn't know much about Tonga until the 15th of January event, but gave generously anyway. Malo Abito Elon. Thanks to Mr. Brady, the carriers, and also the engineers alike. I am sure the people of Tonga will use these available technologies positively and enjoy online services from home as we, at the same time, making all efforts to keep us safe and protected from the spread of the COVID-19 Omicron variant. Again, I thank you, Mr. Elon Musk, SpaceX, and Starlink, and I do hope that this is the beginning of a continued working relationship and close cooperation between the people of the Kingdom of Tonga and SpaceX. Aloha, people. I thank you all.
Ia koe hoko ate ta prokalama koe kore ke ki pale mia ko ka meliku. Kene launch mo ai ki prokalama ko ne kongkong ini. Ia rontonga no ke ngai tau connection ni ko kole te peke the change CEO e Tonga Keiko Limit ke ne hanga mua au whakatake ko wau kamangia komposi ni e
Moi que nous sommes avec la date pour ce que nous faisons. Tant que nous sommes qui est en malo, pour les bien pour voir nous bien fait. Et va venir Britannia, nous avons fait le taille à la mer. Nous avons fait la taille pour nous. Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Minister of Health, Reverend Pilinilo, CEO of NADEC, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. It is my honor to offer a vote of thanks as we conclude or as we come to the end of this launch this morning. However, I must say, Mr. Prime Minister, I find it ironic that they have asked the cable guy to come and say thank you for the launch of a satellite connectivity. Be that as it may, I'm very honored with this task. We all know that no event comes together without the support of a vast network of people, and in this case, technology as well. There are a lot of people to thank for making today happen. But first and foremost, I would like to acknowledge our Heavenly Father, through whom all things are made possible, and who is always there for us in the good times, and more so during these difficult times. I would like to thank Elon Musk and his team at SpaceX, Starlink, who, although not here physically, will be joining us virtually, and without which our event this morning would not be possible. A great theologian, Karl Barth, once said that joy is the simplest form of gratitude. The joy that will be seen in the faces of many of the participants today will express a gratitude in our hearts of what is taking place here. However, this will pale in comparison to the joy expressed on the faces of those who are out in the affected areas, those who are out in the most remote areas of our country, when they get connected through these Starlink satellite dishes. There will be no words to describe the joy, the gratitude that our people will express when they get online. So I extend my vote of thanks to Elon Musk and his team at SpaceX and Starlink on behalf of our nation. These Starlink units will connect our remote and isolated villages and communities to desperately need connectivity and who have currently no other means. At the same time, I would certainly be remiss if I did not also acknowledge and thank the Honourable Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, and the Ministers of Cabinet, as I know they were involved in the very early stages of the email discussions with SpaceX and Elon Musk when he first made the offer to assist Tonga during this national crisis. Honourable Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, and Ministers of the Cabinet, I thank you for the steady stewardship, foresight, and determination in getting Tonga quickly back to the road to recovery from this disaster. This year has started off with a great challenge for Tonga, and the country is going through a difficult time. Something no one could foresee, something we are not used to, something we are ineptly and not fully equipped for. However, as Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. And we are thankful that you were able to see the opportunity to bring in Starlink service into Tonga to assist our people during this difficult time. I mentioned before that no event comes together without the support of a vast network of people, and of course in this case technology. So I wish to thank also those who have been working quietly behind the scenes to make this all come together. The SpaceX engineers in Fiji who put up the hub to enable our Starlink stations to connect to the World Wide Web through Fintel. I also wish to acknowledge the CEO of MADEC and his Department of Communications and his engineers and staff for the licensing, testing, and setting up of the dishes locally here in Tonga. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who is here this morning who have come to witness and join in the joy and gratitude of the successful launch of the SpaceX Starlink satellite dishes. Our nation is a praying nation, and I thank our people who have been faithful in prayer, and I acknowledge that this is an answered prayer. So in closing, I'd like to quote Alice Walker, who is a famous U.S. writer, who says, "Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say." She says, "I say that a lot. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, and understanding." And so with those few words, I say thank you and wish you all a blessed, fruitful rest of the day. Mahalo Albita, Kuafa.
Malo pito ko kolete mua ke paose mua e ha pangai ko le ta dai ko te tau ke te kelesi mai.
Grace la mai ko sukalais o palahi a tua ko te mai te mo feo feo la mari man on. Ta bua ko al ofa a ho a fio ke Tonga ia. Fai peo tanga. Amen.
Well, I feel we got it.
With the reset of Elon Musk terminals, how much data is bandwidth? And for how long is it providing the free?
How long it's gonna look? Supposed to be 2 months, but then it depends on what the fiber connection is up and running.
And it's just given to the president or officials?
No, we even new ones in other places. So because it will facilitate some of our other objectives once you get them connected.
Quickly, is it just the outer islands that's going to be getting these satellite connections?
We'll be setting up some here. There's one upstairs, but there will be other terminals in the other islands.
I might as well ask so now that we have reset satellites in Tonga, will this be maybe an opportunity for government to look at maybe allowing the private sector to run satellite services or offer satellite services to Tonga? So with this, now that the VSAT satellites are here, or terminals are here, will government now look at allowing private operators in
We're
Tonga?
always open for good ideas and feasible ideas in terms of getting solutions. I mean, it's also a possibility to whether they can be a backup to the cable. So all those options are open for discussion.
Just the last question. I know that the facility in Fiji is only for 6 months. Will it extend? I know all the internet carriers are here, but from what I've read with these terminals, you can get your own, if you have a satellite and beam it straight to them, and you'll be able to bypass any of these guys. I'm not saying anything about them, but is it possible to do that people can do that on their own? I think just the same as Caroline was trying to say. Personally, just get their own.
No?
Ahí pues algo que veo ahí se debe que guardar como poco que hacen lo que le dicen yo creo que una internet service providers
Yeah, babe. Marlon? So, go and enjoy your really fast internet. And hopefully you're using it for good purposes. Spreading the good news. Marlon. Marlon, you go Oregon. Marlon to be a Papayango, Ola Watani, or to do a dominate for Astoria, and our Brazil, and technology of Ogoni. I get to learn a Mahaba to there. O hako e tsunami mo whai ata, tau me toi pae, mai me mo whai ka maari e koe, o tui koe me tau sio ai. Nā wame en ke tō koe, ke ngai ta whake, ke pē e ke kolo i e mai na whiwhia wā. Tā koe wha maro a te haro.
Halo, boleh sih, boleh sih.